Good, happy Saturday evening. I'm Riley King, and welcome to Good Evening New Hampshire, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's get started. First up, Nashua Safe Station program helps first round of addictions. The Nashua Fire Department recently implemented a safe station program in the city after it proved to be successful in Manchester. Safe stations provide a place where addicts who need immediate help can be evaluated and sent to a local recovery center. Less than 2 days after Nashua installed the program, its first client walked in looking for help with his addiction. Fire officials said the man came in with his father around 9:30 a.m. Saturday. Within 15 minutes, he was evaluated and on his way to a recovery program. And later on Saturday evening, their second patient walked through the door. Nashua firefighters said there were 7 fatal overdoses in both September and October so far. There have been 4 in November. They said they want the public to know this program is up and running and ready to help. Volunteers surprise Raymond veteran with home repairs. A Raymond veteran who fought in World War II, Korean, and Vietnam is finally getting something back. John Ragos and his wife Margaret have lived in the home for 45 years since returning from running the Four Seasons Market in Manchester. The years have taken a toll on the home. The couple's daughter was at Home Depot in New Hampton picking up some items to make some repairs, but when store found out that Rogers was a service man, they decided they help out with much larger fixes for the home. Saturday, the Rogers got a sneak peek at the work being done. His first step into the home Saturday were filled with surprise, tears, and plenty of thanks. John Roge has given a lot to others in his 88 year spent on Earth. And just once he had Margaret are getting something back. The couple of 60 years has been staying with relatives in Lawrence, Massachusetts, while their daughter and volunteers from Home Depot and Raymond American Legion Post 90 have been making miracles happen at their home. They've been redoing the bathroom, replacing 2 outside decks, repairing leaks, hanging doors, painting, and more. But it wasn't hard decision for the volunteers to make. It turned out into a mission to fix up the place so the couple could stay here. The crew still has some work ahead of them, but John and Margaret, who he lovingly refers to as his honey bun, will now have the chance to make more memories together in their home. Trump holds meeting with Mitt Romney, Michelle Rhee, and others. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
Cough relief. Robitussin DM works because it's never just a cough. Let's get it straight out to Bedminster Township, New Jersey. That's where Donald Trump has his National Golf Club. It's 40 miles outside of New York City.
And that's where President-elect Donald Trump has a family compound, and where today could be a pivotal day in the formation of his new administration.
Many of us would love to be a fly on the wall as he sits down with former Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney, who has come out hard against Trump in the past few months. He's called him a con man and a fraud, and now Romney is reportedly under consideration for Secretary of State.
Let's not forget that Trump also said that Romney was not a smart man and questioned his Mormonism.
Yes.
But I guess we're going to let bygones be bygones. But meantime, this morning reactions are pouring into several new appointments that Trump has just announced, two of them quite controversial. Jeff Sessions as Attorney General and retired General Mike Flynn for National Security Advisor, both dealing with accusations of bigotry. We have team coverage this morning, and we do begin with ABC's David Wright, who is in Bedminster.
That Trump will sit down with Mitt Romney. A golf course under heavy guard, a private setting for this high-stakes summit. The 2012 nominee and the 2016 winner haven't always been diplomatic about each other.
Donald Trump is a phony, a fraud.
I won't pretend to have always been President-elect's biggest cheerleader.
Pending confirmation by the Senate. General Mike Flynn will be National Security Advisor, no confirmation required. This weekend retreat at what used to be automaker John DeLorean's country estate could be a much-needed break from Fifth Avenue. Last night, the man leading the...
I see you walking up, and I hope you will hear us just a few more moments. We, sir, we are the diverse America who are alarmed and anxious that your new administration will not...
demanded an apology this morning. Back conversation. Range of meetings today. In addition to Romney, he's also meeting with General James Mattis, a former U.S. Marine Corps general, under consideration for Secretary of Defense. Also, Michelle Rhee, she's the former D.C. schools chief, under consideration for the Department of Education. Paula?
All right, but what a moment there on Broadway last night. David, thank you.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Battle over race returns to Capitol with Sessions bid to become AG. Let's take a listen to this video from CNN.
Republican Senator Jeff Sessions, the first U.S. senator to come out in support of Donald Trump, was a U.S. attorney in Alabama when then-President Ronald Reagan nominated him for the federal court. But the appointment broke down at Sessions' 1986 confirmation hearing when allegations over his alleged rape did more harm smoked marijuana.
Never had those kind of views, and I was caricatured in a way that was not me.
Today, Gerald Hebert tells CNN he stands by his testimony from 30 years ago.
The allegations that I made against him and things that I had heard firsthand from him were things that demonstrated gross racial insensitivity to black citizens of Alabama and the United States.
Hebert says Sessions shouldn't be anywhere near the cabinet.
He has never backed off of the comments he made at that time, or has apologized for them. The fact that he would be considered to lead a government agency at the cabinet level is very alarming to me.
Okay, and there you go on that report. Now let's turn things over to weather. Let's take a look at your radar right now. As you see on radar, we have rain showers and snow showers getting ready to move into New Hampshire for this evening and into the morning. Now let's take a look at your weather on our weather system. Your weather on our weather system, your wind speed peak is 5 miles per hour, average is 1, current is 4 in between southeast and east. Your temperature is 44 degrees, humidity is 89%, your dew point is 41 degrees, your forecast is sun/rain, and your pressure is 29.65. Now let's take a look at your weather for tonight. And your weather for this evening. Increasing clouds, lows in the mid to upper 30s. Now let's take a look at that next 7-day forecast. And here's a look at your next 7-day forecast. And that does it for Good Evening, New Hampshire. I hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Good night, everyone. Bye.